The city of brotherly love had a lot to cheer about on Sunday as the city lauded in lavish Lombardi glory, celebrating and chanting, "Go Birds" galore. An unnoticed pow ensued half an hour north of Philly City Hall as at Jay Glazer Arena, Massachusetts once again toppled Philadelphia in the great game of basketball. Tonight, the sports spotlight reshifts from hardware and reconvenes on hardwood as the Minutemen return home for an evening date with the Davidson Wildcats. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Kinches on the concourse of the Mellon Center with Dylan Kaminski, Ava Fernandez, and Karen Snow on the sidelines. More from them later. Dylan, UMass demonstrated such incredible resolve in a much-needed bounce-back victory at LaSalle after the heartbreaker versus St. Louis. And as Pat Riley once famously said, you have no choices about how you lose, but you do have a choice about how you come back and prepare to win. The Minutemen led for 35 minutes of the game. They had 18 assists, a team high in conference play. And the defense, once again, sucks the life out of the Explorers, holding their opponents under 60 points for the second time in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, Sam, and this was a game where UMass really didn't have an option. They truly needed a win to try to stay relevant in the A-10, especially after that meltdown against St. Louis 8 days ago in this very building. At LaSalle, though, on Sunday, of course, you had Diggins getting the scoring done with 34 points, but you also had 37 combined rebounds amongst the UMass starting five. UMass is currently leading the A-10 in rebounds per game, and I'm expecting that to have a huge impact today.
The Fresh Prince reclaiming his crown back home after his first single-digit performance in 2 months. Donning an Eagles jersey on Super Bowl Sunday, he soared like his football team to the tune of 34 points and 7 threes, continuing his reign of terror on the city of brotherly love. For more on Rasul's home rampage, let's send it down to Karen Snow on the sidelines. What say you, Karen?
Thanks, guys. For the 4th time this season and 2nd time in 3 games, Philadelphia native scored over points. He led his team in his hometown to a dominant win in the series sweep, shooting 13 of 20 from the field, including 7 of 13 from the three-point range. Head coach Frank Martin said, "As a guy that's invested so much in helping us build this program, he wasn't going to allow us to lose 2 games in a row." Safe to say, Diggins put on a show for his hometown on Super Bowl Sunday.
Thanks.
The Minutemen continue to play like they did. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Karen. And, well, on the other side, the Davidson Wildcats roll into town after having snapped a 2-game losing streak against the Richmond Spiders in Richmond. They lost 2 impact starters to the portal in Grant Huffman and David Skogman, but Matt McKillop's squad started the season 12-3. However, after losing starting center Sean Logan, who last season broke the single-season record for block shots in a Davidson season, they have gone just 6-6 in his absence. Nonetheless, the Wildcat squad comes into today with the 3rd least turnovers in the country and the 7th highest assist-to-turnover ratio in a trio filled with offensive firepower in Reed Bailey, Connor Cochera, and Bobby Durkin.
And losing a guy like Sean Logan, Sam, can't be overstated. When he's anchoring that defense, leading the team in blocks, it makes that interior so much more vulnerable when he's not out there. But for Davidson and UMass, these aren't exactly defensively oriented teams. You have UMass, who are jacking up more threes than any other team in the conference, and Davidson, who has the conference's own leading scorer. One thing's for certain in this game is that we're going to see some prolific scoring today.
We have the number 1 and the number 2 scorers in the conference on display. Reed Bailey, who's been a gauntlet and a dynamo for the Wildcats all season long, leading the conference in scoring with a crisp 20 points per game. This Wildcat team is experienced. They know how to play together, and they don't make mistakes often. And also for the Wildcats, Connor Cochera's impact cannot be overstated. He averages 22 points in his career against the Minutemen. He's very familiar with this squad. He knows what it takes to beat them. When these teams met last year, it was a wild and narrow Massachusetts victory at Belk Arena. Both teams shot a combined 16% from 3. Reed Bailey scored 22 points, but Rasul Diggins had 4 threes. Hankins Sanford had a double-double, including 7 offensive rebounds to edge out a road victory. UMass has won 5 of their last 7, and they've had 3 games in 9 days, 2 of which are on the road, but now will embark on their first 2-game homestand in nearly a month. Will the Minutemen be able to defend their home court? We'll find out in a sec. Starting lineups and tip-off coming up in just a moment. Listen to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. We are just moments away from tip-off. A lot of implications on this game. UMass with a chance to assert themselves at top of the A-10 standings. Wildcats trying to get back on track after a 2-game losing streak. To come up more with us with players to watch, let's send it down to Ava Fernandez on the sideline. What say you, Ava?
Guys, this is Ava Fernandez reporting courtside. Today I'm going to tell you about some players to watch. We have Russell Diggins, who had 34 points last game. He's been a huge leader this year on the court. He grew up in Philly, so he had a very strong come out over LaSalle at his home court last weekend. Head coach Frank Martin said he's done an unbelievable job leading our team this year. And then also Jalen Curry has had 13 points last game by shooting 5 for 11 from the field. He knows how to take it in the net right from the paint. He had 6 rebounds and he added a pair of steals. This is his 17th game having double figures. Daniel Hawkins-Sanford's had put up 10 points for the Minutemen, and he made a crazy dunk to push the lead the last game up by 23 points. We see him continuously doing work around the mid and some of the ridge game. For playing for LaSalle last weekend, UMass put up 35 in the first half and 43 in the second half, and they were currently 11-13 in the regular season, and they're 6-5 in the A-10. Let's see what they can do tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ava. And you mentioned Daniel Hankins-Sanford. He has been a stalwart for this Minutemen team, finding his groove. He's got 6 straight games of double-digit points, and UMass's offense has looked like a whole different ball game with him on the court and him playing as well as he has, Dylan.
That's very true, Sam. And the way he's been able to kind of adopt that forward center position in a small ball lineup is really impressive, and it just shows how resilient he is and how versatile his play style is.
UMass returns home to what was a house of horrors, a heartbreaker at the hands of the St. Louis Billikens. Can they flip the script tonight and come out with a win against another Atlantic 10 rival? It's rare to get a 2-game homestand this late in conference play. UMass has that luxury. Can they take advantage? We will take another quick break. When we come back with starting lineups and tip-off of this game from the Mullen Center, you're listening to UMass Men's Basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. Lift every voice, and the national anthem have been sung. We're about ready to play some basketball. Let's go over tonight's starting lineups for the Davidson Wildcats, coached by third-year head coach Matt McKillop. For the Wildcats, it's a three-guard, very, very small lineup as we're losing their starting center. It's going to be Mike Lagane at guard, along with Zach Kaput, and then the big three, Connor Kuchera, Reed Bailey, and Bobby Durkin. Durkin, Kuchera, and Bailey average over 14 points between the three of them. They are a force to be reckoned with, and Bailey and Kuchera come into today as one of the most experienced players duos in the Atlantic 10. They have started 60 games together, Dylan, the most of any Atlantic 10 duo. And as we said during the intro, they may not be as top-heavy, but they are experienced. They know how to play with each other, and they will make you pay for mistakes.
And that experience translates to the court beautifully. You can see the way they move the ball, generate open shots. They're able to get open threes like no other team, and they're able to shoot them at a very efficient rate. Davidson has the second highest three-point percentage in the A10. And for a team like UMass that attempts a lot of threes, that success is something that they want to replicate tonight.
UMass is the best team in the Atlantic 10 at defending the three. They hold teams to 28% from beyond the arc. So Davidson's weakness could be their Achilles heel. UMass is going to make them work for their points, especially with the size and athleticism advantage that they have. But notwithstanding, let's go over the starting lineups for the UMass Minutemen. It's the same lineup as LaSalle. UMass going small ball here. It'll be Jalen Curry and Rasul Diggins manning the backcourt. And the law firm of Daniel and Daniel is back in action. Daniel Hagen-Sanford making his second straight start after making his first start in LaSalle in nearly a month. And Jaden Jinge manning the guard spot once again. And Jaden Jinge has been one of the most consistent stars of this UMass team all season. And he can light up a stat sheet in ways that just contribute to a team winning. And Frank Martin talked about the LaSalle game and that the team was tired going into even the St. Louis game. They played a lot of games and a lot of effort and a lot of close games and a lot of physical games. But Coach Martin has continued to stretch, and he mentioned after the LaSalle win that this team is committed to doing things that need to be done to win. Jaden Jinge is exactly that kind of player.
Exactly, Sam. And one of the things that Jinge does best is hound defense, be a hound on defense. He can guard anybody on the floor when they have the ball, and his motor never ends. You know, he leads the team in steals for a reason. He's constantly hounding the ball carrier, and he's not a cone on defense. You cannot just bypass him easily.
For all of UMass's offensive power, it has been the defense that has been carrying them throughout these winning ways. Again, 5 of their last 7. UMass, with a losing record, still finds himself in prime position for a double bye as the ATA tournament gets closer and closer as we're now in the dog days of February. Jaden Jinge last game had a season high 5 assists. UMass is undefeated when he has 4 or more steals, along with 8 rebounds and a block. But he did have 4 fouls. For an aggressive-ass defender as Jaden Jinge is, he's had 4 of his last 3 games. He's had 4 or more fouls. He's going to have to play some aggressive defense, but he's going to have to play smarter, not harder in this game against this aggressive front 3 of the Bobcats.
100%. I'm really looking forward to see how he's able to handle that matchup, whether he's guarding Kuchera, whether he's guarding Reed. It's going to be difficult for him regardless, but I think he has what it takes to stay on top of his man and not let anything through.
The big key to UMass, as good as they are from scoring from the inside, they don't convert at every opportunity. They are 5th in the country in 2-point attempts, top 30 in 2-pointers made, but they only shoot 48% from layups and 2-pointers. That is good for only 300th in the country. They do not make the most of their opportunities. Let's see if they can flip it tonight. Daniel Hagen-Sanford and Reed Bailey to take the jump for the Bobcats. The Bobcats in their red road with white across chest. UMass in their white jersey with maroon across. UMass going left to right. Davidson going right to left. A game with implications galore. Back at the Mullen Center, both players wearing number 1. The ball is up. The tip is up. Hagen-Sanford wins it back. It goes to Mike Longue, and we are underway at the Mullen Center. Mike Longue has it for the Bobcats. Swings it over to Laput. Durkin has it top of the key. Back up to Kuchera. Davidson resets. 16 to shoot. Diggins presses him up top on the right elbow. Kuchera's got to get rid of it. Can't find a passing. Gets it inside to Bailey. 8 to shoot for the Wildcats. Bailey goes to work. Hits inside. Fadeaway jump shot from Laput is no good. And Daniel Rivera gets his 4th rebound. Here's Curry out and running. Rivera. Hand off to Diggins on the right wing. Curry. UMass playing catch. Curry Hanging Sanford, top of the key, 18 to shoot. Hanging Sanford gets inside, outside Jingay. Dribbles inside, entry pass Rivera. Guarded by Laputte. Now Curry, 10 to shoot for UMass. Curry looks for the pass, gets it Jingay in the corner. He'll pull the trigger from 3. It's good! Jaden Jingay does not hit those often, but he draws first blood for the Minutemen, and UMass with life here in the first half.
That was a slow-looking possession, but they got saved, thankfully, by a Jingay open corner 3.
And Jingay on both ends of the floor tips the pass out of bounds. His energy, Dylan, on full display on both ends early on.
Like we said, very easy to see. One of the first things you notice about this UMass team is Jaden Jingay's drive.
Chera inbounds to Bailey, who swings it back to Longue. Gane gets a high screen from Durkin. Guarded by Jingay, clock ticking away, 10 to shoot. Entry pass, Diggins gets in front of it. Another turnover there for the Wildcats.
Active hands, good to see from Diggins.
Rasul entry pass Rivera has nothing but space, kicks it back to Jingay. He'll try again. No good. Rebound up in the air, corralled there by Laputte. Davidson slowing it down. Laputte over the power U, guard up top by Rivera. UMass going to man here. Struck the big 3. Cochera makes his move inside. Steps through. Inside. Beautiful move there. Connor Cochera underneath Rasul Diggins. It's a 3-2 game. Back comes Rasul Diggins. Now Curry. Hagen Sanford. Handoff Jingay. Curry, top of the key, gets a high screen from Jingay. Steps back, and now Rivera has it in the left wing. Entry pass down low in the block for Hagen Sanford. He looks to pass. He'll body inside. Steps through, steps back. Beautiful footwork. Rivera drops in the beautiful dream shake. And Daniel Hagen Sanford, that jump shot and that footwork has been on display these past few games.
Looking like Tim Duncan out there.
Laputte. Now Cochera. Scored the last time for the Wildcats. Bailey has it on the elbow. Durkin. 15 to shoot for the Wildcats. Durkin weaves around a screen, tries to pass inside, now gives to Laputte. Laputte rips through inside, goes deep on Hagen Sanford, pump fakes, gets the jump, inside, shot does not fall, but Rivera going straight up, draws the contact, and Mike Laputte will go to the line for 2. Zach Laputte will go to the line for 2 free throws. Zach Laputte, a local kid, spent 4 years at JUCO Bentley, has a lot of college basketball under his belt. From Beacon Falls, Connecticut, the 6'4 senior steps up to the line shooting only 60% from the line, but sinks the first free throw there. Laputte comes into this Davidson team not expected to be needed, but with all the losses that Davidson occurred throughout the season, he has stepped into a role and has started 12 of the 23 games for the Wildcats. Second free throw is up, sinks both of them. Laputte converts 2 from the line. Davidson going to a press here, trying to throw UMass off. Curry taking it nice and slow, right over the head of Durkin, and Rivera breaks the press easily. Curry at the power U, top of the key. Now swings up to Diggins, now back Jingay. 17 to shoot. Jingay looking for an entry, gets it to Hagen Sanford at the free throw line. Now Curry up top. Curry draws a double, makes his move, crossover, pulls up, jumper, no good. In and out, rebound. Bailey gets fouled underneath. Diggins got a hand on it late. No, it's going to be an off-ball foul called on Bobby Durkin away from the ball, and UMass going to get an out of bounds here.
UMass getting bailed by the call on what was a pretty ugly possession. Jalen Curry putting up the shot with nothing open.
Diggins to inbound underneath, guarded by Durkin. Over the outstretched arms of Laputte. Rivera into Curry. Coming up on 17 to go. Entry pass, Hagen Sanford. He'll draw Bailey. One-on-one there. Hideaway jump shot. Does not roll that time for Hagen Sanford. Back out comes Cochera. Cochera weaves his way through, draws the double, tries to get it out. Late foul on Rasul Diggins. Thought he had it stripped. Cochera draws it that time, and another out of bounds here for the Wildcats. But both scores coming for the Wildcats, coming off 2 uncharacteristic turnovers. We talked about this Wildcat team does not turn the ball over early. They seemed out of sync offensively early on. Durkin inbound. Laputte swings it over to Durkin. Now Longnane inside Bailey. Back out Longhane. Goes inside, weaves his way, swings it out to Durkin. He'll fire a 3. Got it! Bobby Durkin smooth from the outside, and Davidson grabs the lead. Curry with it now. Wildcats going to a man. Jingay has it up top. Weaves his way around, goes in on Durkin, spinning inside. Layup is up, rolls in. $50 move, but a 2-cent finish. Back out comes Cochera, goes off of Rivera, fight on the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Rivera. Him and Cochera fighting for the ball on that one. A wild possession, but another drawn foul in there by the Wildcats.
And going back to that move by Jinge, spinning but not winning. That was a great move to get the open look, but he just couldn't make it go down.
Right on cue, a quick substitution. Shaheen Mohammed will check in for Daniel Rivera. Daniel Rivera, his energy is amazing, but it sometimes gets the best of him, bringing in one of the best shot blockers in college basketball. Try to stop the bleeding. Bailey has it on the outside. He's been largely quiet for the first 5 minutes. Laput, corner for Durkin. He makes his move, reverses it for Langhay. Swings it outside. Good ball movement there. Laput fires from 3. It's no good. Rebound. Mohammed tried to get it, but volleyballs it and throws it out of bounds. But it's going to be UMass ball. Looks like Laput touched it last. Wild possession there. But nonetheless, we coming to the under 16. UMass finds himself in a 7-5 hole. Before we go to break, a quick reminder, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River. Not far from the UMass campus, from signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, the small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. Tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support throughout the entire 2024 season. Take a break and we'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullins Center. A wild first 4 minutes finds UMass in a 7-5 hole early on from some sweet shooting and ball movement by the Bobcats. And let's talk about the Wildcats for a bit. As much as they're from Davidson, North Carolina, there's a lot of Massachusetts roots on this Davidson team. Reed Bailey, the leading scorer in the conference from Harvard, Massachusetts, attended Brewster Academy not far here from Western Massachusetts. And mentioned Zach Laput from Beacon Falls, Connecticut, also not far here, right on the border of the Massachusetts-Connecticut border. And Mike Longnane from Quincy, Massachusetts, playing for BC High School, who's the all-time leading scorer there. A lot of Massachusetts roots on this Davidson squad, Dylan.
Yeah, very interesting when you look at these players. There's one player from Davidson, North Carolina, and that's Brock Matheny, guard. You have 2 international players. You have more people coming from outside the country to play for Davidson than you do in their own backyard.
Interesting makeup there, but nonetheless, it's proved so far. Jaden Jinge handling a bunch of the scoring. He shot 3 shots already, not seeing him shooting this high of volume early on. Nonetheless, UMass staying with the same 5. Substitution here for the... It's going to be a substitution here for the Wildcats. Numbers 0 checking in here. Diggins, once again, a press for the Wildcats. Main Joses check in for the Wildcats. Curry with it now. He's scoreless, has 1 shot. Diggins trying to get open, but has had no dice so far. Pressed by Kochera. Now draws Laput. 20 to shoot. Jinge, he'll try another 3. Jinge, another miss, gets his own rebound, goes right inside, gets blocked by Joses inside. Mohammed, the offensive rebound, fighting for the ball, reverses it. Curry makes his move inside. Up and under, high arcing shot is no good. Rebound on the floor. And it's going to be Durkin coming out of the pack. A wild possession by UMass. They haven't scored in their last 2.5 minutes.
And that's been the story of these last couple UMass games. Endless offensive rebounds with no scoring.
And Mohammed and Hankett Taver combine for the block. Jinge, Euro steps inside, up, and good. Jaden Jinge with the Euro step and score. He's got 5 points tonight, and it's a tie game. Here comes Bailey. He's been largely quiet so far. He draws Mohammed. Laput drives baseline, crosses over on Diggins. Looks for an entry, doesn't have one. Swings it over to Dirk. Langhay drives inside, reverses it, Moses, back outside, Kochera for 3, no good. Rebound up in the air, Bailey's got it. Laput goes back up and puts in the loose change, and Davidson goes back up. A quick offensive rebound by the 6'4" Laput, converts another offensive rebound. Curry with it now on the left elbow, swings it up to Hankin Sanford. Now Jinge. Inside, beautiful entry pass. Hankin Sanford waits. Easy teardrop, 2-man game by the 2 returners.
Great patience by Sanford there to wait for the opportunity to open up.
Tie game, Joses inside for Bailey. Draws Mohammed. He'll spin. Layup is up. No good there for Reed Bailey. Good defense by Mohammed. Curry comes out on the left side. 14 to go. Davidson going to what seems like a high zone here. 2-3 zone. Jinge has it, guarded by Hoses. Swings it out to Curry. Back Jinge, handoff Curry. Drives in on Durkin. Curry gets this spot. High arcing layup. No good again. Curry looking for a foul on that one. Back out comes Durkin. Outlet pass Cochera. Inside Hoses. Drives on Jinge. He'll spin. Draws the double. Tries to find it outside, but finds nobody. In between Longhay and Bailey. And it's going to be UMass ball once again. Another uncharacteristic turnover here for the Wildcats.
I think he was trying to get that one down to Cape Cod.
Quick substitutions for the Minutemen. Akil Watson and Marquis Worthy. Akil Watson did not play all of last game. His three-point shooting and floor stretching is much needed. And Marquis Worthy comes back in for the Minutemen. Same five for Davidson. Hoses. Handoff goes to Diggins. Gets bottled up. Steps back. Fires from three. No good, in and out. Rebound up in the air. It's going to be got in there by Davidson. And here comes Longnane.
Diggins' first attempt of the game, a deep three, not going to go for him.
Akil Watson presses up top. Swings it over to Longnane. Bailey drives on Mohammed. Gets bumped, no good. Gets his own rebound, collects there, and cannot miss again. Another missed bunny by Reed Bailey.
And that is not something you see often.
Up top, Mohammed throws it down. The lob, the jam by Mohammed from Rasul. Uplifts the Mullen Center crowd, and UMass grabs back the lead. Here comes Durkin. Under 13 to go. Durkin with patience drives inside. Now Longnane. Longnane inside for Bailey. Reverses it to Durkin. Guarded by Jinge. 13 to shoot for the Wildcats. Jinge presses Durkin. Durkin, mid-range J, rolls in and out. Tough look there. Rebound, swings it out to Longnane. He'll pull the trigger. Bang! Mike Longnane's first triple, and Davidson back and forth they go. Diggins turns on the Jets, guarded by Hoses. Spins inside, looks, and gets fouled going baseline. Hoses looking for Diggins to get out of bounds, but to no avail. Diggins gets fouled, and another out of bounds here for UMass. Both teams going back and forth scoring early, as what seems like a 3-minute scoring drought, Dylan.
Yeah, Sam, and there's been a lot of sloppy play by UMass on the defensive end. No boxing out. You see Reed Bailey, you see Bobby Durkin getting all these second chance opportunities off offensive rebounds that UMass just hasn't gotten so far.
Malik Abdul-Goa checking in for the Minutemen, and Hunter Adams in. Inbound pass to Worthy. He gets fouled underneath. Beautiful inbound pass by Diggins. Good resilience by Marquis Worthy. He'll go to the line for UMass's first free throws of the game. And free throws has been a sight for sore eyes with this UMass team all season long. But last game, they shot a season-low 6 free throws, just unable to get to the line, as they were able to score away from the basket more than they usually do. But this is a team that needs to figure out its free throw shooting woes. And Marquis Worthy will check back to the line for the first pair of the game. The sophomore from Anaheim rolls in the first free throw, shooting 66% from the line, converts that there. Rasul Diggins will take a seat there. Marquis Worthy has been able to provide some very much needed depth and athleticism from this UMass backcourt, as Diggins and Curry, although they are defensively sound, have shown to get beaten on backdoor cuts. Second free throw rolls in and out. 1 for 1 there. It's a tie game with 12:17 to go. Durkin with it for Davidson. Guard up top by Jinge, now goes over the power U. Swing it over to Adams. Longnane with it now, guarded by Curry. Longnane now Adams. Hoses. Inside, Adams. Cut inside Longnane. Outside it's Longnane with it. Adams rips through inside, 5 to shoot. Needs to put it up. Flyaway shot, no good. Rebound up on the floor. 4 Minutemen there, and 2 Wildcats. Gets blocked out of bounds by Hoses. It'll be UMass ball going the other way.
Great hustle there by UMass, keeping with the ball, getting forced out of bounds on Hoses there.
Both teams getting opportunities, not all converting. It remains knotted at 12 with 11:50 to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to UMass Men's Basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. It's been a case of the yips for both teams, failing to convert on opportunities from the rim. Seems like it's a broken record for UMass, but Davidson, uncharacteristically, it's been Reed Bailey who's been at the center of it. He's 0 for 3 today, and 2 of those shots have been easy layup that he makes in his sleep every single day. And for both teams, it hasn't been the stars that have been doing the majority of the scoring. It's been the supporting cast really stepping up. For UMass, Jaden Jinge has been phenomenal in this first half.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sam. Jinge has stepped up when all this attention from Davidson has gone to Diggins. Jinge has been that second man. He's taken 6 shots already, and that is totally unlike him for his play style. Within the first 10 minutes of the game to already have 6 shot attempts and 5 points. It's really impressive to see that he has that in his bag and he can turn to that when needed.
Both guards have also made a good point of distributing the ball. Rasul Diggins with that incredible alley-oop to the rim runner Shaheed Mohammed. They've been shown that they have to find other ways to win. Davidson going back to the press. It's going to be Hoses, Durkin, Longnane, and Jalen Hulbert checks into the game for the first time, and Hunter Adam. A lot of early substitutions here for Matt McKillop. Worthy and Curry easily break the press, and now Davidson goes to man-to-man. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. Hand off to Watson. Swings it over to Diggins. Guard up top by Kochera. Hand off Worthy. Inside Abdel Goad has it on the foul line. Looks for an entry. Gives to Curry. 8 to shoot for UMass. Curry weaves his way. Kicks it out Worthy. He drives inside. 4 to shoot for UMass. Worthy drives inside. Fading away. Layup in and out off the back iron. Rebound Durkin.
And after all that, Worthy had a relatively open shot. Just couldn't make it go down.
Reversal Kochera. Inside for Hulbert. Now backs down Rasul, spinning inside. Abdel Goad denies him at the summit. Herbert thought he had an easy one. Abdel Goad said no thank you. A thunderous block there by the Cairo Egypt transfer.
What a rejection. You could just hear that. The entire crowd going ooh and ah.
UMass has been waiting for the centers to make their presence known in the paint all season long. Both Shaheed Mohammed and Malik Abdel-Gawad have a block early on, something you like to see when UMass has the size advantage against a much smaller Wildcat squad. Jinge checks back into the game for UMass. It's Diggins, Curry, Jinge, Abdel-Gawad, and Akil Watson for the Minutemen. Durkin inbound left side for the Wildcats. Adam has it this time. Adam, Kochera, back to Durkin, inside Longnut. Outside, Durkin fires 3, no good. Nobody near Longnut. He'll get the easy offensive rebound. Outside Durkin, fakes, takes it. Outside Adam. Now Robert Blum comes inside. He'll fire his 3 right off the bench. Davidson making it rain from down low. That's their 3rd 3 as a team, and it's back to a 2-point game. No, his foot was on the line. They'll call it a 2 there, but a nice look there by Robert Blum. Curry gets inside, coming up at the half-point line, throws it away. Jinge just barely gets it at half court. UMass resets with 15 to shoot. Curry, deep 3, Jalen Curry, got it! Playing against the team that Stephen Curry called home. Curry living up to his namesake with that deep, confident 3.
Curry hounding the ball once again.
Holbrook. Hand off Durkin. Durkin draws the foul on the screen. Jinge coming around on the screen, draws another foul. Going to be another out of bounds for the Wildcats. Matt McKillop mixing and matching his lineups. Another substitution as Reed Bailey will check back into the game after a quick stint on the bench. The big 3 back in for the Wildcats. And Daniel Hankins-Sanford back in for the Minutemen.
Bailey still scoreless, looking to get something going here in the first quarter.
15 to shoot for the Wildcats. Blums, hand off Kochera. Kochera has it on the left wing. Looking for a pass, gets the entry to Bailey. Bailey takes it. Inside, goes up on Delgo, misses again. Rebound up in the air, no problem there for Robert Blums. 2 early points there. Curry back the other way. Abdel-Gawad, UMass plays catch. Diggins draws the double, swings over to Curry. Curry turns on the Jets, walks into a 3, got another one. Jalen Curry feeling it early. His second three in the half. UMass goes back up. And Abdel-Gawad tips the pass on the floor, goes off of that. Alec Abdel-Gawad with some great defensive minutes so far for UMass.
I don't think there's been a single pass for Davidson all night that's been a guarantee. UMass with their players hands active, hounding the ball.
Curry with 2 straight 3s. When he hits one, it seems the others seem to go in. He is not a consistent 3-point shooter, but when he gets hot, he's impossible to stop. Here comes Durkin. Under 10 to go. Starters back in for Davidson. Kochera on an island with Rasul Diggins. 10 to shoot. Entry pass for Bailey. Gets blocked underneath by Hankin Sanford. Blum has it on the left wing. 5 to shoot. Blum gets blocked away by Curry. UMass turning defense to offense. Curry with the 3-on-2 inside Jinge. Layup blocked by Bailey. Comes out of nowhere with the block.
And Bailey got demolished by Sanford coming in fast. Looks like he's able to walk it off, though.
Reed Bailey with a little extra on that one. Been frustrated all game. Put a little extra on that block to the rim. But falling on him, Hankin Sanford, it's going to be another out of bounds here for UMass. UMass with 3 players with 4 points or more. They've been spreading the wealth. Jinge inbounds to Diggins. Hankin Sanford on the ever top of the key. Try to get it in. It's tipped by LaPunt. Here comes Bailey. Corner for Cochera. He'll pull the trigger. No good. Rebound corralled by Abdel Goad. Curry coming back out. Over the power U on the right side. He'll slow it down and reset. Draws the double. Entry pass. Abdel Goad. It's intercepted there by LaPut. Davidson's got numbers. LaPut. Intercepts inside. Blum, who puts it in. Defense to offense for Davidson. And it's back. And UMass finds himself down again. Back and forth they go. Neither team giving an inch. Curry. Handoff Jinge. Dribbles around and hands off back to Curry. Guard up top by Blum. Curry dances with Blums, and he gets fouled. Blum's got his hands in the cookie jar as Curry went for the pass, and he was not happy about that foul, but another foul there for UMass. Davidson getting closer and closer to the 1-and-1 bonus. And an early substitution again. Frank Barton going deep into his bench as Nate Garangumba will check into the game. The freshman from D.C. who's been largely struggling. Frank Martin really wants to reignite him to get the guard depth up and running. Jingata inbound. It's Garangumba, Hankin Sanford, Abdel Goad, and Diggins for the Minutemen. Diggins gets off the screen, guarded by Cochera. Under 20 to shoot. Rasul crossover, gets inside. Teardrop up. No good front iron. Rebound by Durkin.
Diggins still scoreless, swiping at the ball in frustration.
Here's LaPut, guarded by Hankin Sanford up top. Swings over to Blum. He's got 4 points on the game. Blum's inside Bailey, guarded by Diggins. He's got a mismatch. Reverses. Good ball move by Davidson. Durkin's got it top of the key. Cannot make that one. Abdel Goad swallows in another rebound.
Great effort by Sanford there to readjust, rotate, and get a good contest.
Garangumba and Diggins play catch. Diggins passes over Jinge. Davidson back to the zone, not letting UMass do anything from the perimeter. Rasul makes his move, steps back, right corner 3, got it! Rasul Diggins gets his 3-point barrage underway. UMass grabs the lead back again. Cochera, UMass guards starting to find their scoring stroke, not what Davidson wanted from their defense. Blums gets behind Garangumba, steps back, double drawn. Bailey, mid-range floater, it's good. Reed Bailey finally breaks the scoring drought, and Davidson ties it up.
Abdel Goad is going to need to guard Bailey when he's waiting in that high post position for those floaters.
Hankin Sanford, top of the key. Handoff to the freshman Garangumba. Diggins. He'll pull the trigger again. No good front iron. A little short on that one. Back out comes Bailey. Outlet pass to LaPut. He'll stop on a dime. Swings it out to Blum. Wide open for 3 for Robert Blums. No good that time. In and out. Sigh of relief there for the Minutemen. Rasul comes out of the pack. He'll slow it down here. Under 7 to go. Abdel Goad, back to Diggins, they play catch. High screen drawn, Diggins makes his move. Layup, up off the glass, no good again. Hankin Sanford fighting for the rebound, ball on the floor. Garangumba sits on it, he grabs the rebound, fight for the ball. It's gonna be a jump ball, possession arrow. Favors Davidson, and it'll be Davidson ball back the other way, but neither team giving an inch. It's been a back and forth affair all night long. With 6:25 to go, UMass finds himself tied 20-20. A quick reminder, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. From Jazer cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support throughout the entire 2024 season. We'll keep it here for this media timeout. Dylan, both teams not giving an inch. It's been a back and forth affair all night long. But UMass has been shooting very efficiently from the field, but UMass letting them stay in this game. Something that UMass cannot allow after the debacle that was St. Louis. They need to capitalize on these opportunities. Davidson has turned the ball over 3 times. UMass has yet to score off of those turnovers.
Yeah, Sam. UMass already with 3 blocks in this game as well, but they haven't translated to points on the board. The score is tied at 20 despite UMass shooting better, having more turnovers forced. There just needs to be something that clicks. Maybe that's Rasul Diggins finally finding that stroke. He's 1 for 5 so far, but he just made that 3. That could be an omen of things to come.
For the Wildcats, they've also been spreading wealth, getting a multitude of contributions from a multitude of different players. It's been Robert Blums, the freshman from Riga, Latvia. He helped win the Latvian League in the Latvian Cup Championship. He averaged 20 points for the 2023 FIBA U18 Championship team and led Latvia to a gold medal. He was the MVP of the U18 European Championship. There's been a lot of experience on this Davidson squad. There's also a lot of fresh youth, and Robert Blums has been at the front of it so far.
If watching the NBA has taught me anything, you never want to discount somebody from Latvia. Always got to pay attention to that 3 ball.
Davidson's struggling from deep, turning the ball over, but their weaknesses have not let UMass put opportunities on the board, and UMass has seemingly had the upper hand and been in control of this game. It's been rebounding, and UMass has been good at rebounding all game long, and Davidson has been astronomically out-rebounding UMass at their own game. They have 7 offensive rebounds to UMass has 1. UMass is one of the best offensive rebounding team in the entire country. They are top 10 in that department. And to the relief of the crowd, the half-court putt almost went in for $10,000. Did not need it. UMass not looking for another $10,000 checkout that time. More on that story later. But back to the game at hand, Dylan. UMass has been struggling rebounding. They've been allowing offensive rebounds for Davidson, giving them second chance points, which they have 9 of. That's UMass's bread and butter. But on this chance, Davidson playing UMass's game against them almost.
Yeah, Sam. I think if UMass wants to get back on track and start picking up more offensive rebounds, playing the way that they're used to playing, we need to see some more minutes from guys like Akil Watson, Shaheed Muhammad, guys that can outsize Davidson and get up there and get those offensive boards.
3 guards, Garangomba, Diggins, and Curry with Hankins, Sanford, and Watson. Small ball here for UMass. Curry has it on the elbow. Follow away, lob shot, no good. Looking for a foul. Garangomba trying to save it, but he stepped out of bounds just early. Tried to throw it off Durkin, but it's going to be Davidson ball. Bailey to inbound. Coming up to 6 minutes to go here in what has been a thrilling first half. Bailey. Handoff to Lang and the Power U. Starters back in here for Davidson. Bailey's layup on the smaller Diggins is good. Davidson grabbing back the lead. Reed Bailey starting to heat up from inside. Curry. Handoff to Hankins Sanford. He'll make his move. Stops on a dime. Swings it out to Curry. Curry reverses it to Diggins. Looking for a pass. Now Curry has it this time. Guarded by Langhan.
You know Curry wants to shoot those when he gets the open look.
Hankins Sanford to Curry. Under 10 to shoot for UMass. Curry draws a double. Looking for an interest. Doesn't have it. Swings it over to Garangomba. Nate gives it to Watson. He'll pull the trigger right wing. No good rebound there on the floor. Hankins Sanford fighting for it. Who touched it last? It's going to be last touch by Hankins Sanford. It's going to be Davidson ball. UMass, these offensive rebounds not going their way. And it seems like it's been the antidote for Davidson all night long. Cochera has it. Davidson up by 2. UMass has not scored in their last 4 field goal attempts. Here's Cochera. Bailey reverses it to Durkin. Now Cochera. Big 3 making it. Moving it around. Cochera on an island with Watson. Drives in on the freshman. Backs down Garangomba. Cochera pump fakes, goes up and under, rolls it in there. Some sweet footwork there by Connor Cochera. Diggins back out with speed. 5 minutes to go. Here's Curry. Hankins Sanford, now Garangomba. Nate makes his move outside, now gives to Curry. Curry drives inside with speed. Inside Hankins Sanford who puts it in. Good 2-man game there, and it breaks the 6-0 Davidson run.
Great vision by Curry taking it inside, finding Hankins Sanford on the pick and roll.
UMass putting on a half-court press here. Here comes Cochera. Has Diggins on an island, now gives to Bailey. LaPut inside. Bailey goes back door and puts it in. Reed Bailey with 4 straight points on that one.
Great movement. Bailey just catches the ball and instantly finds himself in a position to score.
24-22, about 4 minutes to go. Watson pulls the trigger again. On the case, Akil Watson, and UMass grabs the lead back.
Akil Watson not scared at all to let the 3 ball fly so far.
In-straight pass, Bailey getting to his spot again. Goes in on Watson, layup is up. Watson got a piece of it. Bailey gets his own rebound. Layup is up, counted and one for Reed Bailey. Getting some real estate down there in the paint, and he'll go to the line to extend the lead to 2.
Bailey lucky to even get his own rebound after it flew wildly out of his hands off the backboard.
We'll take a quick break. UMass once again find them down by 1. It's like they take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, finding a way to try to close the gap. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. But first, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. From ginger cocktails to brick oven pizza, the Small Town Tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their constant support of the entire 2024 season. We'll take a quick break. UMass down 28-25 with 4 minutes to go. You listen to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. Exactly 4 minutes to go. Davidson with his largest lead of the night of 3. Reed Bailey to the line, has quickly gone on a 6-0 run of his own. Looking for more at the line. Bailey shot, banks in that one. Reed Bailey, who was scoreless the first 10 minutes of this game, now finds himself with 8 points to lead all scorers. Watson scored the last time for the Minutemen. Now Diggins and Curry play catch. Curry just holds it at the power U, guarded up top by Durkin. Handoff Curry, up top, Mohammed will check back in. Curry makes his move with speed, inside, up top. Mohammed tried to go over the top. Pass was just a little far, but Mohammed draws the over-the-back foul there. It's going to be another out of bounds here for UMass.
And that's one of the advantages that UMass gets when they're playing guys like Mohammed and Akil Watson down low in the paint. Even though he got fouled, that was a great opportunity for the alley-oop.
Hoses checks back in for the Wildcats. Same 5 for UMass. Curry looking to inbound, lofts it over to Mohammed, hands back off to Curry. Curry draws the double, reverses it to Watson. 3:33 to go. Diggins fakes, takes it inside, reverse layup, up and good for Rasul Diggins. UMass cuts the lead to 2. Here's Coach Diggins now up. Diggins back up to 5 points. UMass's guards spreading the wealth. Here's Cochera. In and out on Diggins, now back out to Bailey. Guarded up top by Mohammed. Entry pass inside for again, blocked by Curry, who flew in from behind. What a play by Jalen Curry, who soared off the air for a behind block, opposite hand to save a bucket there by Mike Langhang.
Jalen Curry at 6 feet, elevating for the block. That's UMass's 5th already.
UMass protecting the paint early, but cannot get offensive rebounds. Bailey swings it over to Durkin. 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. UMass going to his zone. LaPut. He'll drive, reverse it to Langhan. He'll pull and fire, no good. Mohammed easily corrals the rebound there. Here comes Curry. UMass with a chance to tie. They're 3 for their last 3 field goals. Curry weaves it out, now gives to Diggins. Crosses over, behind the back. Diggins with some sweet dribbling there, cannot convert the layup. Another miss inside for UMass. Bailey, entry pass, hoses, throws it down on the entry pass from Reed Bailey. Davidson back up by 4. UMass caught sleeping on defense, needing to find an answer on that front. Watson, handoff Curry. Curry steps into another three, no good again, and a good box there by Hoses. UMass struggling to get the offensive rebound once again, not crashing the glass as we're so used to seeing them do.
Davidson collecting nearly twice the amount of rebounds as UMass so far.
UMass's bread and butter being used against them as Hankins Sanford checks back into the game. Rivera still sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. His offensive rebounding presence is largely missed for this team. Here's Cochera. Guarded by Diggins. Now Bailey has it top of the key. Swings it over to Langhang. Inside, Bailey gets to a spot. He'll spin, gets inside, he'll spin again. Watson got there just a little late, and Reed Bailey once again, he's got 11 points. Conference's top scorer has been getting to his spot all game long. Hankins Sanford to Jingay. Back to Curry. Jingay drives on the put. Goes right inside, spins inside, draws Bailey on the double. Now back out Mohammed. Under 2 to go, and Mohammed travels up top. Costly turnover for UMass. Davidson ball going the other way.
UMass getting sloppy, and the lead for Davidson growing larger by the minute. Reed Bailey only is going to get hotter from this point on. Something needs to happen to slow them down.
Although UMass has been largely playing a good game, the energy just hasn't been there. They're getting doubled on the rebounding factor, not something you're used to seeing, especially with a team with a height advantage. Langhun swings it over to Laputte. Hand off to Cochera. Bounce pass, Hoses with it now. Bailey tried to slip inside, but goes a little too far. Good defense, Abdelgawad pulling the chair there. UMass ball going the other way. Here comes Curry. UMass now down by 6. Davidson, 6 of their last 8. UMass with it coming up on a 2-minute scoring drought. Curry has it alone. Gets a high screen from Hankins Sanford. 1:15 to go. Abdelgawad. Diggins. He's wide open. Three-pointer is up. No good again from Rasul Diggins.
Diggins not getting it done. You'd like to see Jingay taking some more shots like he was early on, but he's also come quiet.
Bailey drives in on Abdelgawad, coming up on 1 minute to go. Langham draws Curry. Looks for an entry, gives it into Laputte. Hankins Sanford guards him up top. Laputte drives baseline, spins in, fading away, pump fakes, fading away shot, rolls in. Tough shot there by Zach Laputte. And now it's an 8-point Davidson lead. Timeout on the floor. Frank Martin wants to talk this over. It's a 6-0 Davidson run the last 2 minutes. They're 7 for their last 1. The UMass defense and rebounding just falling apart on all facets, Dylan.
So, and going into this timeout, Frank Martin needs to find the right adjustment to make, whether that's changing the defender on Bailey, whether that's emphasizing blocking out, getting those rebounds. If UMass goes back out there post-timeout and just tries the same thing over and over again, they're not going to like the end result.
Davidson using UMass's game script against them. 8 offensive rebounds to UMass's 2 and 9 second chance points. We're used to seeing the Minutemen get those kinds of offensive rebounds and those second chance points, but Davidson's had the energy, and they've capitalized with Daniel Rivera being off the court with 2 fouls. You're hoping that with Daniel Hankins Sanford back in for the last 42 seconds, UMass can get some momentum going into the second half. UMass once again, but it doesn't like they had no lie trying. UMass has been spreading the wealth, and they're shooting 36% from 3. They do not usually shoot this well, especially in the first half. So UMass need to take advantage, and right on cue, Daniel Rivera, it's going to be the starters in for UMass. Law firm of Daniel and Daniel trying to get back on the case with Diggins, Curry, and Jingay for the last 42 seconds to close the half. Curry turns on the Jets, going in with speed inside Rivera. Pump fakes, gets Cochera in the air, and another miss down low for UMass.
Shot nearly blocked, but it wasn't. Daniel Rivera is still not able to flush the shot.
Here's Cochera, 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cochera inside to Bailey, guarded by Hankins Sanford. Bailey rips inside, spins, gets his spot, spins again. Layup is up. Reed Bailey gets the friendly roll. He's been unstoppable the back end of the second half. He's got 13 points.
And UMass is lucky that he didn't have an and-one opportunity there. It looked like there was a little contact going up.
5 seconds to go. It'll be Rasul Diggins. He'll drive inside. As the buzzer sounds, Diggins puts in the teardrop. As the buzzer sounds, UMass goes into the half with some momentum as Rasul Diggins drops in the teardrop. But UMass seeing signs of life going into the half. It's been a wild run for the Minutemen this half, but it's even been more of a wild week for UMass Athletics. For more on a pretty cool story about how a kid can potentially win $10,000, let's send it down to Karen Snow on the sideline here. What say you, Karen?
Thanks, guys. An update on Noah Lee. The UMass student who participated in a halftime contest was officially awarded the $10,000 from the school directly after being told that he wasn't from the insurance company that sponsored the event because his foot was on the line. UMass said in a statement that they weren't satisfied with the results and will be rewarding Noah with the money after the moment went viral all over social media and caused an uproar. Thanks to everyone supporting Noah. He will get what he rightfully deserves. Back to you guys.
Well, at least we know one person's getting their own tonight as UMass failing to convert on easy opportunities. Cash has not been falling. Cash has not been falling. At the end of the first half, the UMass 29, Davidson 37. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more and the second half action. You're listening to UMass Men's Basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. Well, UMass has not played well in the Mullen Center these past 2 games. The lore of the St. Louis games seemingly still having them, and their own strengths have been used against them as they're getting harnessly out-rebounded by the Davidson Wildcats. For more on players to watch here in the second half, here's Ava Fernandez from the sideline. What say you, Ava?
This is Ava Fernandez reporting courtside. Right now for the second half, we have Jaden, who has scored 5 points. Daniel scored 6 points. We have Akil scoring 5. Daniel Rivera scoring only 1 at a foul shot, and Jalen Curry scoring 6. And then we have Russell Dickens, who haven't had much on the ball yet, but he's had 4 points. The game will start in 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Ava. Thank you to both our sideline reporters making their debuts for men's basketball today. And Dylan, going into the second half, UMass has a lot to really rethink, and it seems like they got to get back to basics. They got to get back to their game plan. It's been the same thing all over, rebounds and layups. That's how they're going to win this game.
And when you look at the UMass offensive sets, you're seeing a lot of letting the shot clock go down, getting bad shots, deep threes, contested layups. They're not getting the right spacing and the right off-the-ball movement to generate the open looks that Davidson is getting. Davidson's players have been dumping it off to Reed Bailey in the post, and he's able to cook. He's able to get whatever he wants. There hasn't been an equivalence for that for UMass.
And the big reason UMass has not been able to rebound the ball, it's been the lack of Daniel Rivera. He sat for 16 minutes of the first half with 2 fouls early. You understand trying to keep your best rebounder on the bench to make sure he doesn't get that 3rd foul. Seemingly, Dylan, it's safe to say that now that Frank Martin kept him on the bench for most of the first half, it's safe to say he's going to be playing most of the second half and just letting him loose.
Oh, definitely, definitely. It'll be nice to see him fully unlocked in this second half, playing alongside guys like Jingay and Curry, who have kind of been the few bright sides to this first half for UMass.
Again, this is a game UMass cannot take lightly. UMass on paper is the better team than Davidson, but they cannot be playing down to their opponents. And from the outset, it seems like UMass has been playing well, but nonetheless, they have not been getting the best looks. And this is what happens all the time with their half-court offense. It's seemingly continuing to stall out. This UMass team is at their best when they are playing with pace, turning defense into offense, but they're just letting Davidson get whatever they want on defense. They have to find a way to get a body on Reed Bailey, especially.
Bailey has 13 points already, 6 for 11 shooting. That's only going to go up from here. One of the few things, though, that UMass is doing better than Davidson is 3-point shooting. UMass is at 36% for the game, while Davidson is at 22%. You see guys like Jalen Curry, Jingay, Akil Watson not afraid to shoot the 3 ball. UMass might need to delve into that a little bit more if they want to cut away at this 8-point lead.
We mentioned the greatness of Reed Bailey, but we didn't say more enough. There's so much more to him. He's not only top in the conference in scoring, he's top 50th in the country in scoring, making it like a landlord making real estate on that right block. He's also 9th in the country in free throws. He converts at the line better than anyone else in the conference, let alone then. And in this last game, he had 24 points, 2 blocks, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists at Richmond. All 6'11", 210 of him. His athleticism, his length, and his footwork is on full display, deep digging into his bag of tricks all night long.
You know, the A-10 is just so chock full of talent at this point in time. It seems like nearly every player or every team has a player that just can get it done on any night. Reed Bailey, in this game, has been Davidson's driving force. He's getting open shots for them, scoring, putting the ball in the putting the ball on the floor, putting the ball in the bucket. He needs to be stopped if UMass wants to come back.
Needs to be stopped indeed. And we haven't seen a lot of Jaden Jingay offensively at the end of that second half. In the first half, he was the entire offense. Some words we just feel weird saying because we're so not used to saying it that much. He had 5 early points and a 3-pointer to his name. But since then, he's been largely quiet as Davidson has made it their effort to try to silence UMass's guards. But now that everyone else was contributing, they spread it out, went to his zone to try to distribute. And UMass's guards got it going, but we'll see if UMass can get it going. They've outscored their opponents in the second half. In the last 3 games, they are a better second-half team all season long. And maybe we can get a little semblance of second-half Sewell in this game here, Dylan.
Yeah, Sam, and one thing that UMass has not done very often at all this season is get blown out. I would expect this lead to shorten and for UMass to make this a close game.
All losses for UMass in Atlantic 10 play have been single digits. UMass has kept every single game close, which is painful as a fan because they just continue to twist the knife anymore, doing just enough to make the games interesting, but not enough to win. Can UMass pull out of a hole here and pull off and extend their winning ways here at the Mullen Center? Again, it's not often that you get a 2-game homestand and conference play. UMass needing to take advantage of 2 games in front of their home crowd. It's going to be the same 5 for UMass, the law firm of Daniel and Daniel, Rasul Diggins, Jalen Curry, and Jaden Jingay back on the floor. The starters back in for both teams. And the starters for UMass doing a lot, doing the dirty work. They've combined for more than 3/4 of UMass's points. They've been contributing in a multitude of ways. UMass has been distributing the ball to them. And so far, Daniel Hagen-Sanford picking up right where he left off. He's had 6 straight games with double figures, and once again making quick work with efficient shooting. He's 8th in the conference in field goal percentage. He's been taking high percentage shots all game long.
And you look at the scoring for UMass, Rasul Diggins at 7 points is leading them, but he's not shooting very well. He's only 3 for 9 from the floor. Jaden Jingay and Jalen Curry, granted, they're not shooting above 50%, but they have been some guys that can actually shoot efficiently for UMass in this game. They have gone on stretches. They have hit threes. I would look for them to get some open shots, try and get this offense back on its feet in the second half here.
Same 5 for Davidson. It'll be the Wildcats ball going left to right. UMass now going right to left. Durkin swings over to Cochera on the right wing. Diggins pressing on top. UMass going back to a man. Triple threats it gives to Laputte. Inside Langhang. Inside Cochera, looking to get going inside. High arcing layup, no good, but a late foul called on Rasul Diggins. Connor Cochera getting bailed out on a sweet spin move there. Quick free throws here for the Wildcats.
Late foul, much to the dismay of UMass.
That's his first.
That's Rasul's first foul, but that was some good defense, but a little better offense by Connor Cochera, showing off his sweet footwork. He'll go to line for 2. As per mentioned before, Connor Cochera has had UMass's number throughout his entire career, scoring 22 points per game against the Minutemen, and he misses the first free throw in and out on that one. Cochera shooting 80% from the line this season, an uncharacteristic miss there by the junior veteran.
Connor Cochera from Arlington Heights, Illinois.
He's played a lot of college basketball, a 5th-year senior, spent 2 years at William & Mary, 3 years at Davidson. He's one of the best players in the CAA conference, coming over to Davidson and became the 5th transfer, 55th player in a Davidson who joined the 1,000-point club. Curry gets the pass, guarded by Laputte. Hands off Jingay, who draws a double. Curry in the corner for 3. In and out, rebound up in the air. Hagen-Sanford fighting for it. Bailey falls down, and it's going to be UMass ball. Once again, UMass showing some fight, and it was Hagen-Sanford tied up with Bailey. It's going to be UMass ball underneath.
And the physicality from Sanford leading to an extra possession and an extra chance for UMass off the missed Curry shot.
Rasul to inbound, 40 seconds gone here in the first half. Rivera checking back into the game. Curry, handoff Diggins, guarded by Cochera. He'll draw a double, entry past Rivera. He'll draw the double, reverse to Jingay. He'll pull the trigger, got it! Jaden Jingay picks up where he left off. His second 3 of the game, and UMass cuts it to 6 points.
Jingay started off that first half hot. Now, early in the second, hits a 3.
Jingay stuffing the stat sheet all night long. Entry past Cochera. He'll go on Diggins. Away from the basket. Another wild shot by Connor Cochera. This time, UMass gets the rebound.
Cochera wasn't even looking at the basket. Maybe he wanted a foul there.
Hagen-Sanford. He'll draw Reed Bailey. Now Diggins draws the double. He'll go inside. Spins outside. He'll bounce back over. Rasul Diggins rolls it in and cannot finish again. Another $50 move and another 2-cent finish from Rasul Diggins. Oh, so close on that one. And Rivera intercepted. He's out and running. Nothing but free space and throws it down with authority. A steal and score from Daniel Rivera. And UMass cuts the lead to 4.
UMass finally able to generate some points off turnovers, something they have not been able to do most of this game.
UMass coming out of the gate hot. Another steal. This one's Jingay. Jingay out again, and he'll throw it down. The Mullet Center rising to his feet. Jingay with defense, 2 offense. Timeout Davidson. It's a 7-0 UMass run.
And just like that, the 9-point lead for Davidson cut to 2. Beautiful play from Jingay and Rivera.
The second half defense for UMass once again suffocating the Wildcats early on. They forced 3 turnovers in the past minute 30. A more uncharacteristic early turnover for the Wildcats, and Matt McKillop wants to turn it over. UMass making the most of their opportunities here, Dylan. And Daniel Rivera, boy, do they miss his presence, his energy, his physicality, and his athleticism. Full display, captivating this run. UMass now has cut the lead 7 points in the last minute. They've bottled up Reed Bailey, and they doing like they do best, turning defense into offense. And talk about Jaden Jinge having one of his best scoring games of the season. 2 threes on the night, 4 for 7 from the field, with 4 rebounds and an assist and a block. He has been absolutely everywhere. And we forgot to mention he also has that steal and score. Dylan, he's been absolutely everywhere, doing almost everything this team needs from him.
And plays like that scoop and score, getting the easy bucket at the other end, that is what energizes a team. When you see your players, when your teammates making plays like that, it inspires you to work harder. And that effect is going to be contagious throughout the entire team. If Davidson wants to hold on to this lead, they need to act fast and limit this UMass teamwork.
Full stat by Jaden Jinge. According to UMass's basketball reference, historically, Jaden Jinge has the 8th best defensive plus-minus in UMass basketball history. He has been a defensive stalwart. He is the iron curtain blanketing all that comes in his path. And once again, turning defense into offense on that one. Same 5 in for Davidson, same 5 for UMass. The starters on full display. The starters back in for both teams. And Davidson trying to find some life on offense after UMass's defense came out of the gate hot.
Davidson leaving their timeout early. UMass still has some things to talk about.
Buzzer sounds. It once again will be the same 5 for UMass. The law firm of Daniel and Daniel has been on the case so far in the second half. It's Curry, Diggins, and Jinge so far. And let's talk again about the guards. UMass has been distributing the ball with absolute precision all game long. Both Diggins, Curry, and Jinge all with 2 assists or more. The players that have needed to distribute have been finding the open players, and UMass has just been dominating, moving the ball with quick precision.
And the guards for UMass have been getting it done all over, both ends of the floor. Jinge leads the team in rebounds so far.
Durkin to inbound. UMass putting on the press against the Wildcats. It's the 7-0 run. UMass has cut the lead back to 2. Here's Cochera easily breaking the press, glides over half court, crosses it over, and goes off the foot of Rasul Diggins. Going to be a Davidson out of bounds underneath, but Diggins showing off the reflexes with that kick. Underneath, it's going to be Durkin underbounding, and Bobby Durkin has been largely quiet since that 3 in the first half. He's 1 for 3, has not had a chance to get many shots off. Long pass to Laputte. Langhan, in-straight pass, Davidson moving it around. Bailey fakes, kicks it out to Langhan, guarded by Diggins. 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. Durkin. And Jinge with another steal on that one, intercepting that time. Curry out and running. Gets over the power U. Draws a double, he'll slow it down this time. Diggins swings, Diggins, Jinge. Under 18 to go. Rivera has it, guarded by Laputte at the elbow. He'll fake, under 15 to shoot. Rivera dribbles, hands off Jinge, drives inside, gets his spot. He'll keep going, tries to fall away, almost lost it that time, and Diggins out to reset. 5 to shoot for UMass. UMass got to get a shot off. Diggins behind the back, steps back for 3, no good. Rebound, Diggins gets it back, and a new 20 for UMass.
Diggins getting the long rebound, very lucky to have that roll out to him.
Curry, Euro steps in, no good again. Rebound on the floor, Rivera can't get it. Oh, UMass once again cannot get the easy look.
UMass smoking their easy layups tonight, just not the way they wanted this to go.
A nearly 3-minute scoring drought for the Wildcats. They've turned it over in their last 4 possessions. Here comes Durkin. Mid-range J is up. No good front iron. Jinge with another rebound. Here comes Curry. Slowing it down. Now Hankin Sanford. Right side, looking for the entry. Doesn't have it. Now gives to Curry. Under 20 to shoot. Curry draws a double. Inside Hankin Sanford at the right wing. Gets to the elbow. Back out to Curry. Curry makes his move, drops into a 3, no good again. Rebound Durkin, and Curry looking for a foul. And Jinge falls over his teammate, leading to an easy finish there by Mike Longhane. UMass really wanting that possession back.
Curry thought he was fouled on the 3 initially, then hit by a Davidson player, then hit by Jinge.
Back to a 4-point game. Diggins inside Rivera, guarded by Durkin. Rivera draws a double, dribbles out of it, goes back inside, draws Laputte. He'll bully his way in. Rivera puts it up, down it and 1. Daniel Rivera with the bump and the bucket has a chance to cut the lead to 1. Timeout on the floor. Daniel Rivera making his presence felt here in the second half.
Rivera playing physically down low in the post. I don't know if there's anyone on Davidson that can hang with him, Sam.
UMass has miraculously cut the lead to 2, giving it to the Wildcats in this second half. We will take a quick break, but first, This broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other end over the Connecticut River. The Mill River Tavern offers Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, just over the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, the small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with family or a sit-down meal with friends. Tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30 in the Mill River Tavern, online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support of this entire 2024 season. 16 minutes to go. Davidson 40, UMass 38. You're listening to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. What was once an 8-point lead has quickly evaporated. It's only a 2-point deficit for the Minutemen. And once again, it's Jaden Jinge and Daniel Rivera. They've been the catalyst of this run. Daniel Rivera with 2 quick points and a rebound and a block. And Jaden Jinge, what more can be said about him? Stuffing the stat sheet. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, two steals. He has been absolutely everywhere for the Minutemen.
Jinga has been carrying the defense on his back so far, with not a lot of minutes coming in the second half so far from Shahid Muhammad and Akil Watson or Abdul Goad. His defensive presence is needed.
Boy, did UMass miss Daniel Rivera. He'll step to the line, shooting 50% from the line on the season. Chance to shoot more free throws and cut it to a 1-point lead. Rivera's free throw is pure, knocks that one in. It's now just a 1-point lead. UMass right back in it. Here's Cochera. Davidson has turned it with 4 turnovers in the last 4 minutes. Offense seemingly out of sync. UMass not giving Reed Bailey an inch. Here comes Langhan, gets free from Curry. He tries to pass inside. Durkin's with it. Durkin pulls and fires. No good again. Rebound. Rivera couldn't get it. It goes that time to Adam.
Another offensive rebound for Davidson.
Here's Cochera inside. Pump fakes. Has it onside. Tries to find it. Spins around. Rivera sends it back this time. And it's going to stay Davidson ball, but Daniel Rivera reclaiming his paint on that block.
And that's that interior defensive presence that UMass just didn't have that first half. Rivera playing minutes again now, and that presence has returned.
Durkin inbound, long inbound to Adam, 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. Langhan, guarded by Curry, drives inside with 5. Up top, Adam is there, nothing there, a wild possession, and into the outstretched arms of Hunter Adam, and it's back to a 3-point lead. UMass seemingly getting unlucky with that one.
Loggane lost the ball, and it just ended up miraculously in the hands of Adam.
Curry will slow it down. Now Jinge has it on the right wing. Dribbles inside on an island. Almost loses the ball there, but gets it back to himself. And now Curry with it. Curry dances with Lange, now gives to Rivera. Rivera spinning inside, bullies his way in. At the elbow, needs to get a shot off, 5 to shoot. Rivera looking to get inside, bullies his way in and gets the friendly roll. The most Daniel Rivera shot you will ever see. It was not pretty, but the result was still good nonetheless. Durkin pressed by Jinge up top, swings it over to Adam. Cochera guarded by Diggins, coming up on under 15 to go. Cochera tries to go baseline, Diggins cuts them off. Durkin guarded by Jinge, weaves his way in, 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. Durkin swings it up to Adam. Gets Rivera jumping, swings it back out to Durkin. Ball on the floor. Durkin's got it. Outside Langing. He'll pull the trigger. In and out. Rebound Rivera.
UMass not fast enough with their rotations, allowing the open 3. Thankfully, does not go down.
Up top outside for Daniel Hanks for Kai to save it into the outstretched arm of Langhan. A wild possession there. An empty possession for the Minutemen. Longing with it now. In the quarter, Adam wide open as Rivera falls down. Buries the triple. UMass seemingly getting unlucky. It's 2 steps forward and 3 steps back for the Minutemen. It's back to a 4-point game.
UMass players slipping all over the place. They need to work on staying on their feet.
Here's Hagen Sanford, hands it off to Jingay, swings it back to Curry. Jingay and Curry play catch. Inside, Rivera. Hagen Sanford gets open and gets fouled inside. Good two-man game again by Hagen Sanford and Curry. And Hagen Sanford goes back to the line for more free throws.
One of the things Sanford has done great this game has been his spacing. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time, constantly getting down low in the post, getting those open passes from guards like Curry.
Daniel Hagen Sanford stepping to the line, trying to extend his double-digit scoring streak. Had 6 points in the second half. The South Carolina transfer steps to the line for the first one. Buries the first free throw there by Daniel Hagen Sanford. Shoots 55% from the line this season. Quick substitution. It's Maine Yoses checking back. Another freshman, 6'9", 190 from London in the UK. Checks back in for the Wildcats. Wildcats prioritizing size over shooting here. Hagen Sanford stepping back to the line. Free throw is up. Front iron, no good. Rebound by Durkin. 3-point game coming up on 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Here comes Cochera. He's been largely quiet all game long. Entry pass to Reed Bailey. Has not touched the ball until now. Reverses it to Durkin. He'll pull the trigger. Bobby Durkin gets another one. It's back to a 6-point lead.
Durkin's first points since early in the first half.
And Hagen Sanford goes in space, and Adams sent it back. Ball on the floor. Hagen Sanford comes back up. New 30 for UMass. Curry tries the three. Got it! That one rebound to the score. UMass cuts it back down to 3 points.
And just like that, UMass gets the offensive rebound and gets the open three. It's a testament to how Davidson got this lead in the first place.
3-point game. Here's Bailey. Now Durkin. Joses looks for an entry. Now gives to Durkin. He'll pull again from three. No good. Rebound, Hagen Sanford. UMass coming back with a chance to tie. Here's Curry. Now Diggins. Back to Curry. They'll play catch. Curry makes his move. Gets to his spot. High arc and layup off the left iron. No good, but gets fouled late. What resilience by Jalen Curry. He'll go to the line for free throws. UMass attacking the Davidson interior. Really making an effort to get to the free throw line here.
And that was a wild drive by Curry. Just cut through the paint. Went up. Not anywhere near the rim, but he gets the foul anyways.
UMass shot a season-low 5 free throws all game against LaSalle. They've only shot 5 free throws today. Now they're in line to break that streak here. Jalen Curry from South Charlotte, North Carolina, just a few miles from Davidson, will step to the line for 2 free throws, shooting under 60% from the line this season. A little alarming from a guard. First free throw is up, and again, the free throw woes continue for Jalen Curry as they have played him all year long. UMass prioritizing shooting here over defense. Some great minutes by Hagen Sanford and Jingay, but Malik Abdel-Gawad and Akil Watson check back in for UMass. It's going to be Curry, Worthy, and Diggins with Watson and Abdel-Gawad for the Minutemen. Curry's second free throw makes that one, splits the pair, and now it's a 2-point game. UMass completing to claw their way back, but cannot seem to close the gap. Here comes Cochera for Davidson. Over the power U. Diggins presses him up top, and Bailey slips away from Abdel-Gawad and slams in the easy one there, and it's back to a 2-possession lead.
Abdel-Gawad, too eager, going for the steal, leads to Reed Bailey getting an open lane to the hoop.
Watson has it up top, swings it over to Rasul. Draws a double, looking for a pass, now gets away. Diggins drives inside, gets a spot, entry pass Worthy, reverse layup is good. The 2 returners go with the connection there, and it's back to 2-point lead.
And that's great to see Diggins not losing his confidence, still driving to the rim, not necessarily shooting, but still finding the open man.
Reed Bailey gets this spot, gets inside, fading away, baby hook, no good. Abdel-Gawad corrals the rebound. UMass coming back with another chance to tie. They scored 4 of their last 5 field goals.
UMass has just been just within reach.
Curry pulls the trigger, it's no good. Watson and it looks like Bailey were fighting for the rebound. Watson gets called for the foul. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. UMass still finds themselves down by 10. UMass trying to close the gap but cannot seem to get the shot to close it. Can they find it in them this time? We'll take a quick break in just a moment. But first,
this broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far at all from the UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small-town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or for a sit-down meal with family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30, and the Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support.
We'll be back in just a moment. UMass 48, Davidson 50. You're listening to UMass Men's Basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. UMass 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. The moment they seem to try to close the gap, it's a self-inflicted wound, whether it be almost from heaven itself. They fall over themselves. The ball ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time. A player slips by. UMass just can't seem to get out of their own way this time, Dylan.
Yeah, Sam, UMass really needs to lock in and limit those sloppy plays against Davidson, a team that has not been making them this game. In the first half, UMass got out to a fast start, but let it drift away. In the second half here, they've been in a similar situation, just fighting to stay relevant. Hasn't been going their way.
Same 5 for UMass. It'll be Watson, Worthy, Diggins, Curry, and Abdelgawad. UMass out of bounds. We'll get it now. It goes to Akil Watson. Worthy has it at the elbow, goes right inside, teeth of the defense. Layup, another miss inside for UMass. The UMass is 19 for 44 on the day. Their 2-pointers have just not been going in. Hoses has it, guarded by Curry. Weaves it around, now has Kochera. Kochera weaves around Diggins. Adam has it, gets inside on Watson, stops on a dime, looks to pass it out, gets it out to Kochera. 5 to shoot for Davidson. Kochera in the corner, gets this spot, gets baseline, goes up and under, and Connor Kochera as the shot clock expires. And Davidson goes back up by 4.
Kochera just bleeding the clock, somehow getting that shot to fall, heavily contested.
Worthy, handoff Watson. Swings it over to Curry. Curry, handoff Diggins. Inside Abdelgawad, guarded by Bailey. Abdelgawad hands it back off to Diggins. He'll pull the trigger. No good again for Russell Diggins. And a rebound there for Hoses. Back out come the Wildcats. They're out and running. Hoses will slow it down now as Kochera has it on the left line. Durkin, entry past Bailey. Kochera slips by Diggins. Diggins gets called for a late foul. He thought he swung it out. And it's going to be another shooting foul. Back to the free throw line go the Wildcats. And just as we said how well the law firm of Daniel and Daniel has impacted this game, they're getting ready to check back into this game. These 2 players have really catalyzed this whole run for the Minutemen, Dylan.
They have 100%. And that ability from them to step up when guys like Diggins just haven't been getting it done tonight cannot be overstated.
And Kochera sinks the first leader. Abdelgawad and Watson will check out. A well-earned rest for the Daniels. It's Worthy, Curry, Diggins, Rivera, and Hankin Sanford in for the Minutemen. Connor Kochera has 8 points tonight, steps back up to the line. He's 2 for 3 from the line, his 4th free throw of the game. Taking his sweet time on this shot. Kochera's free throw sinks that one. Connor Kochera with no doubt there. And Mike Longlane checks back into the game for Davidson. Kochera takes a well-deserved rest.
Kochera not deterred during the free throws by the band crowd waving flags.
6-point lead for the Wildcats. UMass looking for answers. Rivera, entry pass goes to Worthy. He's guarded by Laputte. Worthy spinning. Hop layup is up. Worthy brings in the tough layup. Gets to his spot and converts that one back to just a 4-point game. Bailey breaks the press easily. Top of the key over the power U. Guarded by Hankin Sanford. Bailey spins inside. Almost lost it there. Gets it back. Gives to Langland. Gets a high screen from Bailey. Swings it over to Laputte. He'll pull the trigger. Got it. Huge 3 from Zach Laputte. And puts Davidson up by 7.
Dagger 3 there by Laputte. just can't give them that open opportunity.
Rivera spinning, gets stripped inside by Laputte. Davidson back out and running. Here's Langham. He'll just slow it down and kill some clock.
And you see Jinge ready to check back in. It seems like the moment they took him out, the Davidson lead started to grow.
Reversal there to Adam. He'll pull the trigger again. Got it! It's a 6-0 run for the Wildcats, and the lead is back to double-digit. Timeout on the floor. And just like that, UMass finds himself back in a double-digit hole, Dylan. Just when they could have done it, they just let the lead slip away.
I mean, they took out their deep interior defenders in Abdul Goad and Akil Watson, and they took out Jaden Jinge, their best on-ball defender, and the lead grows for Davidson. The rotations for the UMass roster have not been adequately adapted to the needs of their game.
Jaden Jinge, Daniel Rivera, and Daniel Hankin-Sanford were three of your most impactful players all game long, and that starting lineup was giving you quality minutes, and you understand you want to give them a rest. And from my understanding, this is the lineup you're going to see the rest of the game. I have no indication that Frank Martin's going to take any of these guys out, just how well they've been playing. But once again, UMass finds itself in a double-digit hole they have to climb out of all season long when they're in these holes. They do just enough to make it interesting, but they've never been able to get that shot, get that rebound that's allowed them to win close games, especially at home.
One thing's for sure, this is not going to be a blowout for Davidson. UMass will find some way, be it luck or be it skill, to claw their way back in this one.
Davidson with a 6-0 run in the last 30 seconds, making it rain from downtown. And now they go onto a full court press to try to throw UMass off thing. Rivera easily breaking the press. UMass sets up the offense. Now Curry quarterbacking into the power U. He draws Hoses. High arcing entry for Hankin-Sanford. 14 to shoot. Handoff goes to Diggins. He'll spin around. Draws Bailey. Diggins spinning out of it. He'll spin back in. Fading away. Jump shot. Rasul Diggins drops in the teardrop. Second half, Sewell making an appearance here with 9:38 to go.
And that feels like his first bucket in forever if you're watching this game.
Davidson found the offensive spark from beyond the arc. Can UMass find a way to get a stop? Laputte. Back to Adam. Rivera press him up top. Ball on the floor. Rivera comes up with another steal. He's out and running. Going on one with Laputte. Spinning. Draws it. Layup is up. Moses coming out of nowhere to send it back. Rivera, little too late on that one. Should have waited for reinforcements. And Davidson comes back out with a good block there by Hoses.
Rivera just rushing the shot gave Davidson too much time to come back on the transition defense.
8-point lead for Wildcats. 8:22 to go. Hoses, 13 to shoot. Inside Bailey. Bailey gets this spot. Spinning. Baby hook, nothing but net. Reed Bailey doing what he does best. 17 points for the conference's leading scorer.
And Bailey working on Sanford. He has the height advantage.
Hankin-Sanford gets the Curry pass and misses the layup inside again. Gets his own rebound. New 20 for UMass. UMass will reset another missed layup for UMass. Catastrophic from inside. Curry reverses to Diggins. Pulls the trigger, top of the key. No good again. Rebound on the floor. Curry's got it. Goes inside. Layup, athletic up. Jalen Curry up and under, soaring through the air. Finally gets one to fall for UMass.
Jalen Curry looking like Michael Jordan. He's not even looking like Steph Curry out there.
8-point lead for the Wildcats, under 8 to go. Here's Bailey. Entry pass, Hoses. Gets fouled late by Rasul Diggins. Got beat on the back door, and more free throws coming for the Wildcats. UMass cannot seem to close the gap here as the lead continues to slip away. 7:30 to go. UMass down by 8. We'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the game in just a moment. You're listening to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center. 7:30 to go. UMass keeps on digging and digging their own grave here. Seemingly cannot convert the last, and it's once again been the same for UMass. Layups and free throws. UMass shooting 57% from the charity stripe and seemingly still can't convert from inside. Hankin Sanford missing that layup. Diggins missing a layup, and Curry missing again, albeit getting his own rebound. But Dylan, UMass has got to find a way to make these easy shots. They're getting outworked and out-rebounded all night long.
Yeah, when you look at Davidson with guys like Reed Bailey, it's night and day, the difference. He is not missing those open shots. He has been the leading scorer, rebounder, and assister so far for Davidson. UMass needs a guy that can be reliable in the paint, not miss open layups, not force shots. And so far, they have Jinge, who has been doing a good job, but outside of that, it's been nothing short of a disaster in a must-win game.
Topsy-turvy day when Jaden Jinge is your leading scorer on the night for Minutemen. Well, that's the case tonight. Jaden Jinge leads UMass with 13 points on the game with one of his best offensive outbursts of the season. UMass going with the same five here. It's Curry, the Daniels, and Jaden Jinge. It's Curry, Diggins, then the Daniels, and Jaden Jinge, and it'll be Maine Joses checking to the line, the freshman from London, UK, stepping to the line for the Wildcats. 6'9", 190 from NBA Global Academy in Australia. First free throw is up, rolls in that time. It's back to a 9-point lead. And just before you blink, this lead becomes double-digit. And 10 minutes to go. That's no lead to save in college basketball. 10 minutes, 10 points is a tough lead to claw back on as Moses connects on the pair there. Bobby Durkin back into the game for the Wildcats, substituting defense for offense this time. Starters back in for both sides. Hunter Adam remaining in the game for the Wildcats. Starters back in for both sides, my mistake. It's Rasul Diggins this time. 7 points on the night on only 5 shots. Rivera top of the key. Guarded by Laputte.
Oh, and Diggins was open down low, but he missed him.
Curry turns on the Jets, gets fouled underneath again. Curry showing some aggression going downhill. He'll go to the line for more free throws, and these are free throws you cannot afford to miss this late in the game.
UMass not having a great free throw shooting game today.
It is not a shooting foul. Curry got fouled underneath, so it's going to be out of bounds for UMass. High arcing inbound goes to Rivera. Coming up on 7 minutes to go, it's a 10-point lead for Davidson. Diggins gets this spot. Rolls inside, cannot finish there. Hankin Sanford, offensive rebound, misses the baby hook again. Another bunny. UMass missing so many bunnies, it might as well be Wabbit season.
And 2 immediate misses at the rim. That's been the story of the game for UMass.
Langen, under 7 minutes to go here in the game. Laputte, Cochera pulls the trigger, got it. It's the largest lead of the night for Davidson. It's a 13-point game. UMass can feel this one slipping away. Here comes Curry. Hankin Sanford on the right wing, gives to Curry. Curry gives to Jinge. Out on an island, injury pass Hankin Sanford, and he finally makes a layup that time. It's an 11-point lead. UMass has a lot of work to do here.
Sanford was extra careful to make sure that one went in. You couldn't take any chances there.
UMass in need of stops. Davidson has made their last 5 field goals, 3 of them from downtown. Laputte gets inside. Pump fakes, still pump fakes. Baby hook is up, no good. Rivera with the rebound. Rivera turning on the Jets now. Curry will slow it down. Curry pulls the trigger, top of the key, no good again. Hankin Sanford the offensive rebound. Diggins stops and goes. High arcing floater, cannot bank it in that time.
Diggins gave up the open 3 to take it inside, which has not been working for him tonight.
Cochera turns on the Jets, stops on the right block, draws a double from Rivera. Now he'll stop out of it. Laputte drives inside, stops on a dime, walks inside looking for a travel, but gets the layup anyway. Davidson going right at the teeth of the UMass defense. Diggins. Hill drives, stops on a dime. UMass needing to get the ball moving. Curry. On an island with Langhane, spins out of it, falling away. Curry trying to play hero ball, but to no avail. Another rebound for Davidson, and Hankin Sanford whacks Langhane on the rebound, and it's a foul on the floor for UMass. Davidson seemingly in control with 5 minutes to go.
Number 1, Daniel Hankin Sanford. That's his second.
Angan Sanford will take a seat. Shaheed Mohammed will check back in. UMass prioritizing interior defense here. But UMass, it's once again been the interior scoring, shooting 40% from the field, 23 for 58. An abysmal percentage, especially from inside the arc.
UMass bringing in Muhammad for the interior defense, but they're also being outscored on the three-point line. So who's to say how they can even stop this Davidson team?
And Bailey gets behind and scoops in the easy layup. And once again, Davidson trying to pull away with this one, 71-56. Curry, handoff Diggins. UMass in need of some sparks of life on offense. Rivera bullies Adams inside, pump fakes, falls away. Another miss inside. Mohammed fighting for the offensive rebound and tips it in himself. Not what he intended, but worked anyway.
The most creative shot I've seen from UMass all night.
UMass needs to get to work. They're down by 14 with coming up on under 5 minutes to go. Here's Reed Bailey. 19 points on the night, spins in on Mohammed and gets another one there. Reed Bailey with 4 straight points. He's got 21. He's making some real estate on that right block.
Bailey had 24 points last game.
And Rasul Diggins turns the ball over, hoses out and running. Davidson with numbers, outside Durkin. Pulls it out to Bailey. Bailey drives inside, and he'll slow it down and kill some clock. Reverses it to Durkin. Langhand in the corner, 3, no good. Rebound, Bailey's got it. Outside Durkin, he'll pull the trigger, no good again. And another offensive rebound for Davidson.
Bailey bounding and astounding.
Langhand goes in on Diggins. High arcing floater. Mohammed sends it back, but it's going to be a goaltend. Mohammed got there too little too late. It's going to be 2 on the board for Davidson, and this one just seems to be slipping away. The wheel's coming off here for the Minutemen.
The last 5 minutes here have been completely instrumental in the course of this game. Davidson, specifically Bailey and Cochera, not being denied by UMass. UMass trying to sub in different players, but nothing's working. Sloppy play, failed behind the back attempts by Rasul Diggins, blown layups. Nothing has gone UMass's way in the second half.
We saw a Mullen Center miracle on the other side last time against St. Louis. Does UMass have some magic left in them? We'll see in just a moment. We'll take a quick break. But first, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River. Not far from the UMass campus. From change your cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. UMass down 75-58. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. You'll listen to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports. Welcome back to the Mullen Center, and what can we say? It's been the pack of the Wildcats have been hounding the Minutemen these last 5 minutes. It's been all Davidson these last 5 minutes, and Reed Bailey has been doing it. Davidson now also has 4 players in double figures. It seems like the Minutemen have just no answer for them on offense, and Rasul Diggins continues to struggle from home. He's shooting 4 from 16 from the field. UMass in desperate need of a miracle on their home court. Abdel Gawad checking back into the Minutemen. UMass in need of some defense, but also needing some sparks on offense. Rivera gets the inbound pass and throws it down on Hunter Adam. Puts him on a poster on that one, but is it too little, too late? 15-point game, 3 minutes to go. The press is on for UMass. Cochera to Adam.
UMass pressing just like Davidson has been pressing them the entire game full court.
Bailey finally gets it over. It's Adam, and they're going to kill some clock. Langan has it on the left wing, who gives to Cochera. Cochera started up top by Diggins. He fakes it, dribbles outside, entry pass Bailey. He'll set up shop once again. 7 to shoot for the Wildcats. Bailey, like clockwork, same time. Abdel-Gawad caught his hand in the cookie jar and gets called for a late foul. Some great defense gets bailed out by a late foul, and it's going to be another out of bounds here for the Wildcats.
And Bailey so good at working from that triple threat position, using the post game, generating the foul.
Kochera to inbound. Under 3 to go. UMass looking for a miracle. And Rivera with some great defense on the inbound. Kochera calls timeout on that one. We've seen some crazy stuff from UMass this year, but this is going to have to be something else. They seemingly have had no answer on offense, and Reed Bailey has just been going to work down low, and they've been taking it to UMass all game long, exponentially out-rebounding them in every single category. UMass, for some reason, has not been able to play to their strengths, Dylan. It just makes no sense. They've been out of sync all game.
Yeah, Sam. UMass shooting 41% from the floor for the game. Davidson at 51. UMass, 26 rebounds. Davidson, 39. These are not stats that you normally see UMass losing. And Reed Bailey, 21 points. He had 24 last game against Richmond for Davidson. UMass has no answer for him. The scoring has not been coming from their guards tonight. It has been coming from Jinge and Sanford and Rivera, who have disappeared from this game in the second half.
Reed Bailey has made a living for himself on that left block. It's been the same move over and over again. His sweet footwork on display all game long. Quick inbound to Bailey now. Adam. David is just moving around trying to kill some clock. Langen has it top of the key. Durkin drives on Jinge, clings it out to Langen. 9 to shoot for Davidson. Kochera has it on the left wing. Gets inside, falling away, jump shot. No good front iron. Abdel-Gawad comes out with it. UMass needs to get going. Clock is ticking. Curry with it. Jinge top of the key. Handoff for Rasul Diggins. Diggins drives inside. Euro steps his way in, and another missed layup by UMass. Rasul Diggins that time cannot convert. That's 4 for 17 for Rasul Diggins.
UMass needs to look to get other guys involved in the scoring. It is clearly not working for Diggins tonight.
Shots just have not been falling all game long for UMass, and it's not for lack of getting good looks. Ball on the floor. Rivera pokes it out, but it's going to be last touch by Rivera. Gets on the floor, but it's going to be Davidson ball coming up about 2 minutes to go. It may seem a little too late for UMass.
15-point deficit, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. UMass has not shown the will to climb back and get a win in this game.
Long hand to inbound for Davidson, guarded by Curry. Laputte, who got smacked by Abdel-Gawad, going for the inbound. Hands it off to Durkin. 8 to shoot for Davidson. 2 minutes. Durkin steps back mid-range. No good rebound up in the air. And it's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to be a push. It's going to be on Mike Laputte. Zach Laputte gets called for the foul on the floor. He'll check back out. That's his second foul. And Hunter Adam going to check back in here for the Wildcats. The UMass faithful have already huddled to the exit, but those that remain are hoping for a miracle and one of the best comebacks in team history. Here's Diggins. Jinge in the corner, fakes, takes it in, gets this spot, mid-range jump shot, does not roll in. Abdel-Gawad, the offensive rebound, does not go up, looking for that. Curry fires from 3, got it again. UMass trying to climb the ladder, and Curry gets it started. It's a 12-point game.
UMass is going to need to press and be aggressive here, try to force a turnover in the backcourt.
1:30 to go. Bailey easily beating the press. UMass doubles, reverses in the corner for Durkin, pulls the trigger again. No good rebound up in the air. Curry's got it now. UMass out and running. Under 1:30 to go. Curry pulls on the brakes, starts with speed, now turns on the brakes.
Curry nearly losing the ball there.
Rivera pump fakes. Looks for a shot, bullies his way inside, steps through, has it again, looking again, falling away, no good. Abdel-Gawad, another offensive rebound. Coming up on a minute to go. Curry, UMass needs to get a shot off and get it off quick. Under a minute to go. Diggins gets to work, goes inside, gets bumped inside, gets fouled inside by Hunter Adam. Diggins going to the line. Those are not the shots you need if you're UMass. They're taking too much time off the clock there.
UMass unable to find any openings, any holes in this defense that they can exploit. Bobby Durkin, Kochera, Reed Bailey have done a great job at anchoring that defense, especially in spite of Sean Logan's absence and injury. They've done a great job shutting down UMass in the paint tonight.
Rasul Diggins, the best free throw shooter on this team, steps to the line, cashes in the first free throw. But if I'm Rasul Diggins, do you think about missing this one? It's about to be, if he makes it, it's a 10-point game, under a minute to go. Do you risk missing the free throw for an extra possession? We'll see what Rasul Diggins does here. He'll shoot it regularly and sink the first free throw. It's a 10-point game. UMass with a 5-6-0 run in the last 2 minutes, but it may be too little too late. 10-point game, UMass in need of a miracle. And Rivera kicks it out of bounds. Some tenacious defense there, but it's going to stay Davidson ball. UMass in need of a turnover desperately.
And that was a good play by Rivera, despite the fact that UMass doesn't get possession, gives them another chance to try and get that turnover.
Durkin gets to Kochera. He'll go patch with Durkin. Davidson letting precious seconds tick off, and they easily break the press there. UMass got to think about fouling soon. Curry tries to strip LaPut. Swings it over to, again, we're coming up on 30 seconds to go. Ball's loose in the backcourt, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. It's going to be UMass ball. But again, maybe too little too late. Down 10 with 30 seconds to go.
UMass going to need some Tracy McGrady type late game magic here if they want to get a chance to win.
A quick score and a stop is what the recipe will be for UMass if they want to find signs of life late in this game. Jingay to inbound, same 5 in for UMass. Inbound, long, arching pass to Rivera, beautiful inside, gets the foul and one. Exactly what needed. Jingay with a beautiful inbound pass, Rivera with the bump in the bucket. He'll go to the line for a 3-point play.
You know, UMass should have never been in this position in the first place, but with that being said, they're doing everything they need to do to stay in this game.
It's a 9-0 run for UMass. They find themselves now only down 8, but with 33 seconds to go, you sound like a broken record. Is it too little too late? Rivera stepping to the line to make it potentially a 7-point game, cashes in the free throw. It's a 7-point game. It's 3 possessions to go with only 2 possessions left on the clock. Davidson needing to inbound. Durkin having trouble getting it in, and he calls timeout. UMass with some great defense on the press, forcing Durkin to burn a timeout. But nonetheless, UMass in desperate need of a turnover on this possession, Dylan.
And that is Davidson's final timeout. They can no longer bail themselves out on those missed opportunity 5-second violation calls on the inbound.
UMass once again, when it's all said and done, making an effort down the stretch when it matters most. And they are now in the single bonus. UMass is shooting free throws the rest of the way, so they can be aggressive, and they don't have to lose time on just getting to the basket and drawing fouls. Davidson's got to play a little bit further out, allowing UMass space to maybe cash in on some three-pointers.
Yes, Sam. I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing maybe some substitutions and taking out Diggins on those inbounds, on those press situations where you really need to attack and have your best defenders out there. He's been a bit of a liability on both ends of the floor tonight. And if they're looking to cause turnovers, force Davidson to make an ill-advised inbound, he might be a player that won't get it done for them. But UMass, regardless, in a situation where they've been coming back and they have a chance, albeit a small one.
10-0 run for UMass in the last 3 minutes, and Davidson coincidentally has not scored in the last 3 minutes. UMass with 4 players in double digits, but the difference in this game has been Reed Bailey. 10 for 16 from the floor, seemingly unstoppable from inside. UMass has not had an answer for him all night long. His 6th double-double on the season, along with 10 rebounds. He's been an absolute force for the Wildcats. But UMass finding a way to claw back into this game. It's a 7-point lead, but no lead is safe in college basketball. We've seen crazier things happen on this court. Kochera to inbound. It's the same 5 for both teams. Kochera trying to get it in, has to wait it out, gets in the lying hand in the corner. 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Curry draws the trap. Kochera gets it over half court.
UMass
can't
needs to
get
foul.
it over. UMass needing to foul here. LaPut has it now, and UMass finally fouls with 24 seconds to go. Davidson going to the line with free throws to ice the game here. And it's gonna be LaPut coming to the line for this one. No, they're not on the bonus yet. Davidson still has a foul to give. UMass will need to foul immediately off the inbound if they want any chance. It'll be long hand to inbound for the Wildcats. UMass not guarding the inbounder on this play. Trying to blanket all 4 Davidson offensive players. Gets it in, and Curry fouls Laporte with 23 seconds to go.
Davidson shooting 8 for 9 from the free throw line tonight. Not a situation that UMass needs where they have to, or not a situation they want to be in where they have to rely on missed free throws.
But this is the person you want the line. Zach Laporte will step to the line, shoots 61% from the line this season. He's made his first pair on the game tonight. Can he cash it in to ice the game here for the Wildcats? The roar of the crowd, does it faze him? He makes that one. Zach Laporte, ice in his veins, extends the lead to 8. It's back to a 12-point lead. Laporte going back to the line, to the foot of a screaming band section, and he sinks the other one. He's 4 for 4 on the line. He immediately takes a seat as Hunter Adam checks back in. And with the shot clock turned off, Dylan, this one seems all but over.
Yeah, it seems out of reach at this point. Those free throws being the final nails in the coffin.
Curry, with 20 seconds to go, brings it over half court, crosses over, spins out of it, looking for a pass, gives to Diggins. He'll pull the trigger, cannot make again. Same story all night long. Curry gets his own rebound. He swings out of it, 10 seconds to go, gives to Curry. UMass needing to get a shot off. Diggins falling away, misses again. Rasul Diggins with his 20th shot of the game and cannot make that one. And the horn sounds, and that will do it. Another dud at the Mullen Center for UMass. They return home and suffer their second straight home loss as Davidson gets their second straight road win on the season. UMass failing to take advantage of a golden opportunity to jump atop of the A-10 standings. They fall tonight at home by 11 points to the Davidson Wildcats. Dylan, your final thoughts?
Even in those last final possessions for UMass, they just put the ball on the floor. They couldn't get shots up. The entire game, their pace, their shot selection, their spacing, it had been mismanaged, and that all revealed itself further in the final moments.
UMass suffering a home lot, having a lot of questions to be answered as they go into this game Saturday against St. Bonaventure here at the Mullen Center. We're in the dog days of conference play, and you cannot give any team an inch. But nonetheless, UMass having to ask themselves a lot of questions going out into tonight's game. Thank you for listening tonight to our broadcast. A special shout out to our sideline reporters, Karen Snow and Ava Fernandez. An incredible job with their sideline debut. From Dylan Kaminski, I am Sam Kinches signing off from the Mullen Center. Your final score tonight, the UMass Minutemen 68, the Davidson Wildcats 77. You've been listening to UMass Men's Basketball on 91.1 WMUA Sports.